Boomer Sooner.
Hey, Sooner football fans. This is that's my Brent Venable's Sooner football fans podcast. You got Terry and Rob here. Boomer Rob.
Sooner Terry.
And
I thought you were doing pistols firing there for a second.
No, it's the Brent Venable's Sooner, baby.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
This has got TL written all over it. You know, he said BB. So, or Vinny. This has got Terry written all over it. But I'm coming at you from the Podcast Palace in Norman, Oklahoma. And Rob, where are you at?
Still the unnamed.
The unnamed. We've had a few suggestions. Rob's Pleasure Dungeon was one. Isn't that right?
That's got positive and negative connotations to it, Terry. The jury's still out on that one.
So Rob is from the still unnamed podcast booth or office place, whatever we want to call it. Help us out in naming that. But but as always, we are not affiliated with the University of Oklahoma.
But we do have eligibility left.
I thought you forgot.
That's totally your part. You said my part.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, you forgot your part then. So, all right, folks. Oklahoma starts off the season in big fashion with a win over the UTEP Miners, 45-13. So, Rob, what's your first take on the game yesterday? What did you think?
I thought we went into vanilla mode really quickly.
Yeah.
That first quarter, though, Terry, going to be hard to handle, I think.
Yep.
What did we see? A fraction of the offense, maybe.
Right.
And the defense went vanilla, and they started moving the ball on us. I think we kind of turned that up just a little bit later. But honestly, Terry, UTEP wasn't good enough for us to pull out anything that we say, oh, we're going to do this,
right,
and we're going to do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Although I think he's going to involve the tight ends a little bit more from what it looked like in that game.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy about that.
Well, we never disagree. I'm going to disagree a little bit. I don't know that we went vanilla. I think we went trying some different packages, trying some different things, more than likely things that this coaching staff has seen both defensively and offensively that we needed to work on. Okay. And obviously that's what they did. They started working on things that they needed to work on. And it's obvious that we need to work on them, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But like you said,
overall though, the defense played, we gave up some passing yards, but they were there.
Yeah.
And I think the most important, or the thing that impressed me most about the game is when one guy hit somebody, four guys were a step behind him.
Yeah. And there was nobody running through tackles. There was no arm tackling at all.
No crossing patterns, Terry.
Yeah.
Nobody 50 yards deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nobody wide open,
right?
And somebody pointing at the other guy going, hey, that's your, and there was none of that went on. But I believe this 100%. If Oklahoma plays that game like they played that game in the first quarter, it's 75-0.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think he wanted to do that.
Yeah, but again, it's nothing that we start screwing up and not playing as well. They had a game plan. They went up 21 points in the first quarter and we know these guys aren't going to score 21 points and come back. Let's work on what we got to work on both offensively and defensively. So,
yeah. Well, we hope that's the case because we stalled out there a little bit. Second quarter, I think they were a little bit flat. Did it seem like that to you?
Yeah. I just took it that they were just doing stuff differently. Let me pull up the little
that offense is going to go.
Yeah.
It's fast. They are on the ball. Like you said, there's not time for replay. They're going so fast.
Oh, yeah. It's ridiculous.
So he can probably, in that offense, he can pivot as many times as he wants.
Yeah.
You know, we're on the line of scrimmage. We're going to run this or that or the other. And people just aren't going to be ready for that.
Right.
Or we hope they are.
You know, Oklahoma's first drive was, incomplete pass, run, pass, Dylan Gabriel run for touchdown, heavy run. And it's kind of like that the first three series. And if you see me looking up and doing this, guys, I got the stat sheet up here in front of me. But you come out in the second quarter, and I think they tried a few things. They tried to open it up a little bit, throw it a little bit deeper, incomplete pass.
But I still feel like his deep pass is fairly accurate, don't you?
Yeah. But see, I mean,
right there.
Here's the thing. It's Marcus Major, a 9-yard run, and then Dylan Gabriel pass incomplete on 3rd and 1. Okay. If they wanted that first down, they're going to run the ball. They ran a pass that they needed to work on. They ran a pass play, something they needed to work on. It's that simple, folks. The world's not ending because we played bad in the second quarter. We didn't play bad. They worked on things that they needed to work on. That's just my opinion. And as you guys know about me and Rob, we're never wrong.
Right. And I'll tell you something else, Terry. We're not going to know any more than we know right now after next week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to be the same thing.
Well, we might know a little bit more about the defense because I think Kent State offensively is a little bit more. I think their offense is a little better than UTEP's is.
Yeah.
We'll see about that. So we may get to see it. The defense is going to have to step up and play some football because really, I mean, they moved the ball on us, but we dropped back in safe zones. That's when they moved it. They couldn't run on us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right. They couldn't run on us.
Okay, Rob.
What, 5 or 6 sacks, which I feel like we could have had more. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. That quarterback for UTEP, he's not bad.
No, he wasn't bad. And that's what they said. The coaches said he's the best player on the team. He's not going to play bad.
And great passes.
Yeah. But you brought up the rushing defense. Okay. They had 31 rushes for 0.9 yards per play. Rob, that's like 2.5 feet a play is what they gave up.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's like this much.
If we can take teams and make them one-sided like that, they're going to be a lot easier.
Yeah. And it was blatantly obvious that this team, you're not going to be able to run. I don't care, they're going to play the run. They're going to defend the run.
And even the passes that he completed, man, we had guys right there, which is really good to see because you remember last year, hell, they run that 2-yard crossing route for a touchdown 100 times on us.
And we had 38 rushes for 6.8 yards a carry. I mean, that's a good rushing attack.
And I'll definitely go out. I'll say it. I told you that Kenny Brooks was going to come out as your go-to back, and I guess Eric Gray's going to be the guy because he looked really good.
Yeah, Kennedy Brooks.
Oh, I mean Marcus Major.
You just gave Lisa a heart attack. She's yelling at the podcast again.
Shut up, Terry. Shut up, Lisa. Marcus Major.
Yeah.
I said Marcus Major was gonna show out as your #1 back, but Eric Gray, he impressed me. This is the first time he impressed me, I think, Terry, since he's been on campus.
Yeah, he 16 carries for 102 yards. I mean,
16 102. That ain't bad.
Yeah,
okay,
that ain't bad. Oh, okay. There goes Rob again. Leaving me to carry on my own. Now he's back.
All right.
And as you know, the guys, this is just like our podcast. We ain't editing anything, so what you get is what you get. So, and those listening to the podcast and not seeing the video, Rob just blew his nose. So
I'm a barbarian.
You're a barbarian. Okay, here's one thing, everybody. The day obviously started out fantastic because your guys, the Sooner Football Fans podcast, our Tailgate Like a Champion, was named Tailgate of the Game, September 3rd, 2022, the opening game against UTEP.
Is it because we're so pretty? Is that what's up?
I think it is. I mean, and then even guess who came by when you were gone, Rob? You had walked away. But Joe C comes by and says hello. And one of the things he said was, these tailgates over here are the heart of Oklahoma football and the heart of our fan base, and they're not going anywhere. So
He didn't say for free though, did he? Gotcha.
See, Rob,
Yeah,
you had to put a bad spin on it. But no, our group did a great job. Demo, all the ladies.
Good ribs. Oh my God, those were good ribs.
Yeah, Demo cooked up. Demo had his new gigantic Boomer Sooner boombox going. I broke another TV.
Yeah, way to go, Terry. Way to go, Terry.
Yeah, number 2 TV that's been broken.
We got against TVs.
I don't know.
That's
So,
2.
But Demo to the rescue. He was on his way, called him, said, dude, TV's broke. He ran to Walmart, grabbed us the TV. So we did have TV. We did have games going. And it was a great time at the tailgate. A bunch of people from all over showed up. All of, I think all the regulars, aren't outside of our group. And when I say outside of our group, the people that put it together.
Even our golfing buddies came by.
Oh yeah, had Lejean,
right?
And Randy came by. I think Lejean was scared a little bit. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we frightened him a little bit. Yep. Probably because we were doing Fireball at 10 a.m.
Yeah, 10 a.m. And who started that off?
I don't know, but I wish you wouldn't do it next time.
I hadn't even had a beer yet when Rob walks up to me with a Fireball shot, and I'm like, dude,
that's unsubstantiated. I'm gonna need.
And I, may or may not have had drinks on Friday night, so I was already a little bit oof. But yeah, and then but no, tailgate of the game. If you're at the game or if you're on Twitter, you can see our video on the Megatron mega screen of our pretty faces giving the big shout out. But we were the tailgate of the game. Thank you to the University of Oklahoma athletic department for recognizing the tailgates over there. But and on another end, we got to tell the story of what happened last week as well, and we'll get back to the game. But these are our fun little stories. We go to Rudy's. Great show last week by the coach.
Yep.
Yeah, high energy guy. He loves that stuff. Talking.
You know what? He's a whole lot more interesting than Tebow.
Oh yeah. It was the only thing interesting with Tebow was the
Teddy's question.
Yeah, that was interesting. I got to give him that. But everything else was just low tone. He didn't come out to the games to the show the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But coach was there, high energetic, but great show.
You and I were ready to go put on the pads after the show.
Great show. And I go get Miss Teresa's, the lovely Teresa's food to go home. And I walk outside and I reach in my pocket and my keys ain't there.
No keys.
No keys. And not just a key. We're talking about the $1,200 key fob that runs my whole car, folks. My whole car is not in my pocket. So we'll go back to the table because when you get there, you got to mark your spot. It's because people will come and sit. So we left our phone.
There's some silver hairs there. They will stab you.
Yeah,
right.
For their
spot. They will shank you.
And everybody will look the other way. I mean,
right in the prison pocket.
But I go over to because we'd left our key. I'd left my keys on the table, my phone, and you'd left your phone in our little spot there. And I didn't pick up my keys. And I remember after I ate, I went and dropped, put my stuff in the trash can. I was like, oh my gosh, did I put it in the trash can? So I called Rob. First off, Rob goes, no, I don't have them. Then he starts laughing.
I knew exactly what happened.
I think I put them in the trash. He started laughing harder. That time. Not, hey, I'll be back and help you out, bud. Sorry. Nope. He's like, ah!
A true friend just laughs at you.
And so I do go back over and the staff at Rudy's, asked them if they had keys. I said, I'm pretty sure I put them in the trash. They got some gloves, one guy did, and another guy, they got another trash can. And the trash can was overflowing at this point because it was after the deal. And I went through the entire trash, and there was my key. And the trash can wasn't empty when I put my trash. It was about half full, but that key fob fell all the way down into the
Did you get a
bottom.
little barbecue sauce on you?
Oh gosh, it was horrible. It was embarrassing. But they were great. They helped me out, and they cleaned the key fob with sanitizer, gave me sanitizer to clean. So I was there for like 45 minutes digging through trash. Yeah, but
So
anyway.
Coach's show is Tuesday this week and not tomorrow.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, let's get back to the game a little bit. Oklahoma had a total of 492 yards, 233 passing, 259 rushing. What's that called? When you have that?
Balanced.
Good balanced attack. No turnovers. Got one turnover on an interception.
We did have a pick, but there was a flag on the play.
Yeah,
right.
We had one. We did have one pick, but we also we had two picks, but we had another one. We did get one. So, and Oklahoma averaged 6.8 yards rushing per play and 10.1 yards a carry. So, again, I mean, look at Dylan Gabriel was 15 of 23, no 2 touchdowns, passing, 1 rushing.
And looked good doing all of it.
Yeah, looked good doing all of it.
Looked good all of it. Yeah.
15 I mean, hey, 8 incomplete passes. You can't, and I don't know when he came up with Eric Gray had 16 rushes for 102 yards. 6.4 yards a carry. Marcus Major 7 for 54, 7.5 yards per carry. Gavin Freeman, freshman, 1 carry for 46 yards and a TD. Why didn't they give him the ball more?
He just kept running 460 yards. He just kept running around the football field.
And he still couldn't catch him. Why didn't they give him the ball more when you're averaging 46 yards a carry, for crying out loud? Give the guy the ball.
Yeah, that what jet sweeps what it was?
Yeah.
Or was that in around?
Yeah, it was a little
he was pretty impressive though.
Yeah, and actually right now that video is up on the on my computer screen, and he gets hit halfway there by 2 guys, spins out of it, and nice little run.
Tell you what, Javante Barnes' run looked good too.
4 carries.
That kid's smooth over.
Yeah, 4 carries for 25 yards. Dylan Gabriel had 6 carries for 3.3 yards, and also Marcus Major had 2 rushing touchdowns. Tyway Walker 2 carries for 10 yards, and
I think his name is Toey.
Okay. Davis Bevel had 1
backup quarterback.
Had 1 carry for 4 yards. So receiving, they got the ball around to everybody.
Braden Willis, player of the game.
Braden Willis, 2 touchdowns, 3 catches for 40 yards. Marvin Mims, 3 catches for 81 yards. Theo Weiss, 3 catches for 37. Eric Gray, 2 for 33. Drake Stoops, 2 for 25. Farouk, 1 for 9, and Marcus Major 1 for 8. Got the ball, spread it around quite a bit. So, defensively, man, they played a lot of people defensively. But really, the top 10 tacklers: Billy Bowman, 9 tackles, 7 solo. Stutzman, 9 tackles, 6 solo. That's pretty good for your linebackers, ain't it?
That's pretty good. And I think every sack was by a different person, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like we had 5 sacks and they were all different people.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to find the sacks. No, Reggie Grimes had 2.5 sacks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ethan Downs had a sack. Isaiah Coe had a sack. And R. Mason Thomas had a 1/2 sack. So that's where him and Reggie Grimes got to him. But no, I mean, linebackers, I'm going to try it. I'm not making fun of his name. Aguebu. Isn't that how we say it?
You got it. Aguebu.
Aguebu.
Yep. That's the first time you ever got it.
Yeah. He had 7 tackles, 3 solo, 1 sack, and 1 tackle for loss. Justin Harrington, 5 tackles, 4 solos. Deshaun White, 5 tackles, 2 solos. Trey Morrison, 5 tackles, 1 solo. And a bunch of quarterback hurries by a bunch of guys.
but they were in on a bunch of
Yeah.
them. Like I say, when one guy hit him, 2 or 3 guys are right there hitting him as well.
Yeah.
So
Here's the stat of the game, Rob. Stat of the game. Billy Bowman, 2 kickoff returns
oh yeah.
for 51 yards.
Amazing what happens when you actually try and win the game. Right?
2 kickoff returns. No,
See, now I'm just mad at last year all over again.
none of this. The kickoff return that wasn't returned went out of the end zone. And I can't think of her name now, I just went blank. But anyway, one of the camera guys picked it up and downed it. Always big on Twitter. Doggone it. Anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about if you're on Twitter. Marvin Mims had 2 punt returns for 17 yards.
It's
Michael
better than fair catching.
Yeah.
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. It's better than fair catching.
Turk had 3 punts for 136 yards, average 45 yards.
That kid can punt the ball.
Yeah, and longest was 55 yards. But I mean, overall, I mean, a great, we scored 21, gave up no points in the first quarter.
I mean, I know that there are a lot of people who are like, "Oh, we didn't look so good." I mean, really, what else could you ask for?
I mean, they look fine. I mean, I texted you because you weren't able to go to the first part of the game, but and I don't care. Y'all, everybody out there can disagree with me if you want. You're wrong. I'm right. Okay. This team,
I'm behind you 100%.
is going to be scary good. That first quarter is what they want to do every quarter. They didn't go out the second quarter to do that. They established dominance, worked on other stuff. I guarantee you, had they wanted to, they could have done that all 4 quarters. But this,
well, that's what it looked like.
This is what you use these games for, and you use games for next week. You establish dominance. You pee on the fence. You pee on the post, just like dogs. You know what I mean? They pissed on the field. They went out there and marked their territory, established dominance, and boom. And then they went, okay, let's work. Let's fix the things that we need to fix.
Well, that's an interesting comparison, but I'm with you.
You say, I mean, that was the best analogy I could give. Maybe a grizzly bear scratching the trees. I don't know. They marked their territory on the field and said it's ours. And then the rest of the game worked on what they needed to work on.
I agree.
I'm not taking back the analogy. I thought it was so. And y'all know what this means.
That's not
it's a PG-13.
This is a family show too. Can't believe you did that.
But and then before we get back to the game, here's one thing I gotta say. And please, everybody, help us out and give me this. Fox Sports, ESPN, stop using Oklahoma football brand to promote USC. Okay, because every time, Rob, I just saw it again. I'm watching the LSU Florida State game, and Florida State just scored again. No, LSU scored 17-10.
Nice.
But I'm watching the halftime show, and they show Oklahoma, great, opening for Brent Venables, lost a lot of guys to that team out west, but glad these guys stayed and played with him. Oh, and talking about that team out west, and then they show USC highlights. They did it. I watched when we were watching the tailgate, and I watched TV last night watching it. Every time they show Oklahoma, oh, here's that other team now that Lincoln Riley left Oklahoma for. Stop using us to promote USC and your agenda, ESPN and Fox, to get people to watch them, because nobody cares about USC football.
Had 12 people in the stands Saturday.
Yeah, it was horrible.
And they
It wasn't
somebody.
as bad as UCLA's. Did you see the Rose Bowl?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was terrible. Wow. I don't even understand that.
But the Coliseum wasn't much better. I mean, there was more people than I thought was going to be there. But when it was empty.
I'm pretty sure there's more people at a Oklahoma State game than there was at USC.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Because they don't care. That's what you did, Tebow. You went out to a place that does not care about your product.
Either they all got a shot going to the game.
Yeah. That may have been what happened. Shot, but stabbed.
They kicked the crap out of somebody, and Caleb Williams, I think, had a pretty good day.
Yeah, it was Rice, though. I mean, come on.
Yeah, Rice.
I mean,
not like UTEP.
Yeah, no. No, Rice is terrible. But we're going to find out next week. They got Stanford, so
they got Stanford. Hopefully, Stanford just kicks the dog
stomps them, prison rapes them, everything.
And there it is.
There it is.
20 minutes.
I want USC to get prison raped by Stanford this week. It's the worst thing that could happen to a man. Okay. But it really ticks me off that they are promoting that product, because they want to get viewers, and people quit. Also, I know Oklahoma, we are a passionate fan base.
We are,
but quit jumping to the clickbaits. That's what these guys do. They put this stuff out, and they say something about Oklahoma. They say something about Riley because they know you're going to retweet it. You're going to say something. And guess what? These guys make money off that. We don't make money off this stuff. These guys, when you click on it, they have all those analytics, and they send it to their companies, and they get money for it. And all we're doing is going click, 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 click.
So let's talk about the weather Saturday, because there's a lot of people
complaining that the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay. I got news for you, folks. It was ungodly hot.
Listen, I only went out there for and I was melting.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have sat in the stands for 4 quarters. I think I'd have. You know how many people were falling out down in the concourse?
Yeah.
I mean, EMS was running all over the place. People were falling out left and right.
Yeah, it was.
I'm not hating on people left. I don't think I could have done it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Teresa she had to leave after the first quarter, with her, she has lupus and thought she went and sat in the car. And I sat there through halftime, and I said the concourse where we sit at in the disabled section was, there were people just sitting in there with fan, the big fan going.
Sitting under, yeah.
Yeah, sitting in the shade in there. They have a big fan underneath there. But yeah,
I mean, I'm all for, like the Samaje game at Kansas.
Yeah.
When it was 1-0 I stayed through all 4 quarters, and it was cold and rainy.
Yeah.
to watch him break that record. I mean, I can handle the cold a lot better than I can handle the heat, but all I'm saying is that was a tough one. That was a tough one to hold it against the fans that left, because I mean, I know it looked bad on camera, right?
No,
It looked bad on camera.
I mean, people, some of the people came back out, to the tailgate, about the third quarter. There were people coming, but I mean, everybody and young, we're still young. Okay. But Demo came out after the third quarter. Demo and his dad looked like they were about to bake. They
I'm
were.
not kidding you. EMS had people everywhere. Everywhere people were falling out.
Yeah.
I just want to say I'm not hating on those people that left, because I probably would have been one of you. But I also see the other side that it looked really bad.
Yeah, it looked, but I mean, it's like I said afterwards, we all want 2:00 kickoffs until it's 4:00 during the game. Because it was horrible.
It was warm.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a breath of wind. So it was just, oh my God, it was just, I don't know how the players did, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I'm looking some stuff up here. So
now I know that the camera or the commentators were saying that the humidity rose up in the stadium, so it wasn't humid on the field. It was just hot.
Yeah.
But still, it was over 100.
Yeah.
I mean, it was over 100 degrees on the field. So I can't even imagine playing in that kind of heat. I mean, I guess we did it, but we were in high school or whatever.
Yeah. Well, they showed during the game when I was down, they showed it when I was on the at the tailgate. They showed it on the broadcast. And it was like 120 degrees on the field.
Oof.
Yeah. So
yeah, and it had to feel worse than that in the stands.
Yeah, it was.
I can't even imagine. Especially if there's 200 people around you,
Yeah. How does that not match? Oh, yeah, there it is. But keep talking, Rob.
Anyway, we sold a lot of water. I'm not even gonna lie about that. We couldn't get it out fast enough. It was one of those games where we couldn't get it out fast enough.
What you need to explain is that you were working during the game.
Yeah, I was working during the game. The warehouse they're short-handed. They can't get people to work. I thought I was just going to go help out. I mean, they literally had 3 people work in the warehouse. I'm like, this is not going to be good, because it takes a bunch of people just to get enough water out to the people. I mean, they started running out before the game ever started. And so, yeah, they begged me to come in. Well, they didn't beg me. They asked me to come in and help out the warehouse, so I did. And I said, hey, we got to start pushing water out right now. Well, the game hadn't even started. I said, you better start pushing water out, I'm telling you. And so we did, and we still couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah, the one thing though, I mean, I kept a water bottle. I bought some water, and I kept one of them, and you can go fill it up for free. But God, that water is warm.
It is.
Yeah.
See, I had a bunch of people asking me. I said, I don't know how good it is, but it's right over there.
Yeah, I mean it's good, but it's just warm. I mean, it's water fountain water. I mean, and I can't complain about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just warm water, but it quenches your thirst. It's just not cool when it hits your tongue.
I gotta have my water cold. I mean, I will drink some warmer water if I'm super thirsty, but I need it cold.
Yeah.
There's just ain't no doubt about that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this thing is
anyway, I know that we had an offensive lineman out of starting, left tackle out, but I felt like the rest of them did pretty well. They didn't get to Gabriel very much. I think they'll just keep getting better as they gel as the season goes along. And of course, I know they're gonna face better rushes. Oklahoma State has a good front four. Baylor has a great front four. I think Nebraska has probably a pretty good front four. So we'll see going forward how good that offensive line is. We're not going to see this week. I don't think
no. Yeah,
it's this week we'll be able to name our score again and probably get to work on a whole lot of things. Probably get a whole lot of people on the field.
Yeah.
And I think, Terry, the temperature for this next game is only going to be like mid 80s for a high that day. And it's 11 o'clock kickoff, right?
No, it's a 6.
Oh, it's a 6, right? Yeah. So, yeah, Nebraska's 11.
Yeah, Nebraska is the 11 o'clock game.
So, yeah. Really, it ought to be a nice game. We'll have a packed stadium, I think. We're not gonna see a lot out of the team this next game either.
Yeah.
But that first quarter, that's when you're gonna see what we can do, right?
Right.
Because it's gonna be full blast that first quarter. They're not gonna pull the foot off the gas until Brent knows, okay, we got them now. We're gonna run this. We're gonna run that,
Yeah.
whatever. Get these people in. But that first quarter is gonna be all gas, no brakes.
Right. Yeah.
Come on. All gas, no brakes.
It's not, Rob. It is not.
Huh. I think the 4 running backs that we have right now, I think are better than I expected them to be, because, well, we already knew Javante Barnes was good, but Eric Gray, I think, is going to be better than I originally thought he was going to be, Terry. Like I say, I have not been impressed with him since he's been on campus. And you know what? He's still got some stuff to prove, because
Yeah.
I don't know how good UTEP is. So if he can run like that against Nebraska, and if he can run like that against Oklahoma State and Baylor, then I'm all in. But I'm still not completely sold. He just did better than I thought he was going to do. How about that?
Yeah.
You comfortable with that?
Okay.
But I'm not. Javante Barnes may be the starter before this is all over. Who knows? But the kid with all the speed, what's his name? Knowles.
Yeah.
I think he's 4 right now. I mean, he on 4. It's just because he's a freshman.
Yep. Sorry.
Upgraded minutes, huh?
Okay. Now I'm back. Sorry. Had to take care of it. At least I didn't get up and do like Rob did and get up and leave.
Well, you haven't reached barbarian status.
Yeah. Now I'm refocused, everybody. But no, I agree. I mean, there's stuff that needs to be worked on. But it's not what, people are like, we didn't look good in the second quarter. We didn't, but it's not because we didn't have the ability to look good in the second quarter. This team went into work mode and they worked on stuff that they needed to work on. It's just that simple. But again, I want to go back to, because I kind of got turned that way. I want to go back to the fans. I thought the fans were great. That first quarter was, amazingly loud. Okay. Everybody was excited. Thank you to the University of Oklahoma for our team coming out to some heavy metal, Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy Train. Loved that. I was like, oh my God.
Classic.
Yeah, what is happening? There's not hip hop. It's metal. Thank you. But the crowd was pumped. The team was pumped. But it was, it was unbearably hot. Derek, one of the guys, not Demo, but Derek, one of our tailgate guys, they couldn't get to their seats in time for the game because there was a lady already out.
Yeah.
And that's, no, I'm not even going to say it. People, drink. Yeah, you do. You drink before the game or you drink, but it was hot. It was, if you weren't there and if you watched it on TV, and even if you were there and you stayed, kudos to you if you stayed.
Yeah. You got my respect.
Yeah, big ups. But me, I was like at the second quarter, I'm like, I'm baked. I'm hot.
Yeah.
I want to go,
I went out in the third quarter, but I wasn't expecting to find you out there.
Now, this Saturday's game, I'll be there the whole game. It's going to be a night game. It's going to be in the evening. It's going to be cooled off. And yeah, I'll be there the whole game, you know, and probably if it would have been an 11 o'clock game this time, you know, everybody would have bitched about it, but I'd have probably stayed there the whole time. But man, from 2 to 6 is the, it's the
Yeah, it was hot.
scorching
It
time
was
of the
hot.
day. But anyway, back on the team. Did you see the video of Joe C giving Venables the game ball?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't cry, but I might have had a tear in my eye. Man, it because he can't even talk. He, you know, he holds it up and he starts to talk to the team and he just chokes up, and the team, you know, of course, just roars. I mean, it's, you know, it's hard to watch because I'm like,
I mean, I don't know why he was crying. That's all we do is win.
yeah.
I mean, you better get used to it, Brent.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's just that first win. You know, you know, you know, he was emotional after the first win. You know, so let's just give him that.
Well, I for one kind of hope Brent either gets right to or breaks our all-time undefeated streak.
Yeah, 48 straight, Brent.
48 straight. He'll get his own statue. Right?
Yeah. So let's. Does his winning streak start with the Alamo Bowl last year? Because he was the head coach, but he didn't coach. Well, but I mean, it would count in a 40 in a game winning streak. It doesn't matter who the coach was. So
now let's just say it starts from this one and we go 47 more straight.
Yeah.
But we have to lose to Notre Dame
to start it and finish it. Yeah, man, that would be a hard feat that, you know, in this day and time to win 47 straight games.
Yeah,
I mean,
as dominant as Alabama has been, they haven't done it.
Yeah, you know, and that's one thing, you know, that me and David and Caleb have talked about, and I know you and I have talked about. You know, Oklahoma, historically, we do lose one game a year that
we shouldn't lose.
You know, and let's face it, you know, Alabama has, LSU has, Clemson has, you know, it's, and like Venable said, this is hard.
You remember that time that Texas lost to Kansas?
Which time? Now we got multiple times. Which one do you want?
Back-to-back years, isn't it?
You know,
isn't it back-to-back years?
Well, they weren't, but they are. You know, they lost. That Kansas has a 2-game winning streak against Texas. But probably the better one was the walk-on tight end who got an NIL deal after it. Caught the pass to win the game. They got beat by a walk-on out of Kansas.
Oh, loved it. Loved it.
Yeah, I don't even know what Texas did yesterday. Did they win?
Yeah, they beat up on somebody pretty good.
Because they're still not in the top 25. So you know, but Oklahoma,
2 teams in the top 10 lost yesterday, right?
Notre Dame lost.
Yeah, which they gave Ohio State everything they wanted for like 3 quarters.
They're still ranked number 5.
Imagine that.
Yeah, they didn't.
Can't remember who else lost.
Let's see. Utah lost.
Yeah, Utah.
They're down to who'd they lose to?
Florida? You had to ask me. I don't know.
I think you're right. I think you're right. But Oklahoma, we stayed at number 9. And yeah, I think I'm happy with that. You know, I mean, we haven't done anything extraordinary. Even if we'd have won 75-0, we'd still be there. It's not until we're not going to jump until we beat Texas, you know.
Yeah.
You know, when we get 5 games deep and beat the hell out of the Longhorns, then we're gonna see some jump in that.
Listen, I don't root for Texas, but they need to be undefeated when we kick the shit out of them.
Yeah. You know, There's a difference in needing your rival to win than rooting for them. We're not rooting for them.
No.
They need to win. You know, they need to win. They need to get in the top 25. So that game catapults us because, I mean, we got Nebraska. Nebraska's not going to be in the top 25. Did we ever find out, did Nebraska lose? You asked me that on the golf course today.
Yeah, I don't know if they, I can't even remember who they were playing. That's
Yeah.
how busy I've been. But
Let me,
I hope they won, but like I say, it doesn't matter now.
yeah, because they're not gonna
help us out at all. Hey, if we beat them, then it's going to be, well, you should have beat them. And if we play them close, then they're going to go, oh, maybe Oklahoma's not that good. And obviously, if we lose to them, that'll almost be.
Yeah, they beat North Dakota 38-17.
North Dakota.
Yeah. And then they play Georgia Southern next week and then Oklahoma. So but yeah, that's not going to help us any. And then we got TCU after that. And TCU looked good.
Yeah, they looked pretty good.
I watched part of that game. They look pretty salty. And then we got Texas.
Decided, are we going to OU Texas this year?
I doubt we will. So, you know, just, I mean, and that's personal reasons, not because we don't want to go. You know, it's just really hard for Teresa to travel by car. So it's hard for her to travel anywhere. And then,
well, I got trains. I'm just saying.
Planes and automobiles.
Take a train. You know, nobody's got to drive, right?
Yeah.
The train all the way down to Dallas.
Yeah.
Rob,
where's your hands? Between two pillows.
Oh.
Those aren't pillows.
Did you catch that Bears game?
Yeah, did you see that Bears game?
For all you youngsters that don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Planes, trains, and automobies. And that's the
only. I mowed
only
the lawn before I came in here, and my sinuses are going crazy.
That is the only. Caleb loves it. He always comes over, and we have to. You know, it's the only Thanksgiving movie.
Oh,
because you know they're trying to get home for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So, but so there's really not much. You know, I said, let me go back here and.
So while you're doing that, next week, I'm hearing, you know, the little rumor that we're coming out in all black unis. What do you think about that?
No, we're not.
That's what I heard.
We are not, Rob.
With a gray helmet with red OU on it. Black uniforms, gray helmet, red OU.
You're lying. Where have you heard that from?
No, I'm lying.
That's what I thought.
I'm lying, but I know you olds ain't gonna like it.
Well, you wouldn't like it either. You'd have a.
I'm young though. See, if I'm young, I can like it or not, and it's okay. You're old and you don't like it, it's because you're old.
Yeah. Yeah. No, our schedule is after Nebraska, we have K-State, TCU, then Texas. So yeah, I think TCU, if they play like they have, or they did, we can move up the polls winning those two games.
Well, here's the thing about TCU with a new coach, they may struggle. I mean, right now they're playing the fluff of their schedule. When they get into real play, we'll see how good they are. But with a new coach, I mean, of course, you could say that about us too, right? New coach, they're going to struggle. Well, I'm sorry, TCU doesn't have the athletes that we do.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Right.
So if either of us are going to struggle, it's going to be TCU, right?
Yeah.
So
well,
we'll see.
You know, it was Colorado. So Colorado's not any good, but
okay, yeah.
You know, they're probably better than who they got next. Tarleton. I don't even know what that is. But yeah, they thumped Colorado 38-13. And I'm looking for another one. Let's see who we
And who did Texas play? Oh, Rice. No.
no, Texas. Let's see here.
Somebody's yelling at the screen. It's probably Lisa.
Louisiana Monroe.
Oh yeah, ULM. They're not too bad.
Yeah,
They haven't been in the past. I don't know.
52-10. And
I may have to go look at their stats and see if they got their backup Hudson Card in the game, or did they go with Quinn?
Quinn Ewers. Did you hear his car got towed?
Yeah. Yeah, I called it in. I was like, hey, there's a car down here.
I mean, how do you even let that happen? I mean,
he's obviously not driving a Lamborghini like his running back.
Yeah, that's probably
right?
why.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're going to get curb stomped next week.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They may not be able to field a team after next week.
True. I mean,
let's go ahead and call it now. What's the score going to be?
No, it's going to be probably 45-17, something like that.
I got 52-10.
Oof. Yeah.
52-10, and they're going to hurt a quarterback. They're going to take out their quarterback.
They're going to take out Ewers.
If he's the starter, he's probably going to get. I mean, I don't waste nothing ill on anybody. Don't get me wrong, but they're going to come.
It sounds like you did.
They're going to come after him.
So. Oh yeah, but it does sound like you wished ill on him.
The only Texas player I ever wished ill on was the one that looked like Goldilocks.
Yeah, and we don't even care what his name was, but
and you know something, the offensive line gave him the business.
Yeah,
gave him the business.
That was prison rate doesn't even, because he got beat down. They took turns on that dude.
Oh my God.
It was my
that
turn.
Makes me uncomfortable, but
yeah.
It was like that unnecessary roughness.
Yeah.
That? Yeah. Yeah. Giving him the business.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was every time, and he knew it. He knew he was getting just.
And he couldn't wait for that game to be over.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
My God. I know it. Yeah. He was getting smoked.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was pretty. But then when you look back at it, it's like, man, dude, you poked the bear and the bear came out hungry. I mean, because that was
personal to that line.
Yeah.
And they got him.
Yeah. And we're going to show you.
Yeah. He spent more time on his back than he did in the stance.
And then he kind of disappeared, but anyway. So what else, Rob? Anything else jump out at you?
I'm sure there was, Terry, but I have totally forgotten it.
Well, I think we filled everybody with their day, their beginning dose of the Sooner Football Fans podcast. Remember to subscribe and hit the little bell on YouTube, so you'll get alerts when we drop new videos, because as the season goes on, we'll do a few more. We are on TikTok. We are old. I don't care what you say, Rob, because you can't figure out TikTok either. I can't figure that stuff out on my cell phone. I'm out there, and it might have to do with the alcohol consumption during the game. If we we're popular enough or rich enough to hire somebody to do them for us, we would. But I'm sitting out there like, oh, never mind. I'm not worried about it. So, but I did put stuff out today on TikTok, and Instagram from the.
You've been drinking tonight, have you?
Yeah.
Been hitting Grandpa's old cough syrup, have you?
Hey, Rob, I want to hear. Guess what I'm doing tomorrow?
Playing the University of Oklahoma golf course.
Yeah, I'm playing the Jimmy tomorrow. Are you?
You know what? Rhett called me and said, "Hey, by the way, Dad, I can't play with you tomorrow. So can you still go play with those guys? And I said, yeah, there's still a spot for me. So, okay, cool.
Oh, cool.
So he hangs up. I'm dialing your number. My phone rings. I'll strike that. I can play. Okay. So he and I are going to the lanes.
No, see, what you should have done was like, nope, too late.
Sorry, too late. Well, free golf is better than $100 golf any day.
Yeah.
Although I do love playing at OU.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, free golf is good, but free golf ain't the Jimmy.
That's true. No, you're right. I see that point. But
yeah, because
yep.
Yeah, but
We're
anyway,
going to tee off same time you guys do.
10:50.
Oh no, we're going on at 8:15.
Yeah, we're at 8:50. Sorry, not 10:50. 8:50.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, but I'll be thinking about you.
I'm not really okay with that, Terry.
I knew you wouldn't.
You need to think about somebody else.
All right, everybody, that's the podcast. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We will see you next week or during the week. We don't know when, but we'll be dropping some more out. But we appreciate it. Boomer Rob.
Sooner, Terry.